What's up, YouTube? Ronan back again for another episode of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. We're currently on episode 7, which is called Idolater. And yeah, I don't know what the episode's about. So it's kind of hard to, even after, years of not watching this, it's kind of hard to tell like what episode is about what, because the titles to me don't give that much away. So and they kind of seem to kind of like really intertwine like the main premise of like the main case they're working on, which is the Laughing Man case, and with all the other kind of like standalone episodes that are kind of like what they deal with along the way. So but yeah, so hopefully this one's pretty cool too, and we'll get right into it. So
Marcelo Jarty, leader of the Genoma Democratic Revolution and military advisor to the current administration, is believed to have been assassinated today.
Leader of the Democratic Revolution, legendary hero. He and the current chair were central figures of the revolution, commanding guerrilla fighters and leading them to victory. None of his countrymen doubt that he is their immortal hero.
He's getting off the plane. It's him.
I wish I could be half as successful as that guy.
Inspector,
sounds.
begin scan.
Maybe not in the same subject matters, but just, in my own life.
His walking pattern indicates that both legs are artificial below the knees. Similarly, the unconscious habit of stroking his prosthetic right arm is a clear symptom of phantom limb syndrome. I conclude this person is Marcelo Jarty.
It's pretty nuts that they have like a whole contraption that can analyze every little bit of your movements and mannerisms and, cross-reference that with other details and records on you, and then positively identify that that is you.
This brings the count to 6 failed assassination attempts, which leads me to think that all the targets may have been lookalikes.
So what proof have we got?
Oh, okay.
Tailing is the real deal.
None whatsoever. All we have to go on is probability.
So the news report in the beginning was talking about his assassination. I was wondering if that was one and the same person. I'm bad with names.
During the past 5 years, Marcelo Jarty has purportedly come to Japan 12 times at intervals of roughly once every 5 months. I'm told that the authorities have been aware of this. But Foreign Affairs Section 1 hasn't been able to determine his activities while in our country.
What a perfect opportunity if it is him. Let's take him out.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is involved. Therefore, we have to keep quiet and let him go this one time.
Bato's always all about action, just the guy's right there. Let's go get him.
Boma, any activity?
Nothing so far, but just to cover all the bases, I checked the hotel's registry. But none of the guests here fit Jarty's description. He got off the elevator on the 33rd floor.
Wow, it's got to be so hard to hide in a future like this, where there's so much like information, and it's got to be hard to just not have a record of you somewhere.
Bato, you ready?
Okie dokie, just say the word.
Come on, you like heights, don't you?
Whoa.
There he is, our boy Jarty. And he's got company. A maid robot's coming.
That's perfect. I'll borrow her eyes and take a look.
And then there's that too. You could dive into ghostless, androids and.
Police, I know Gondo's in there. We'd like to have a little chat with him, so move aside.
Uh-oh. This guy's gonna be a heavy hitter for sure.
Who the hell are you, freako?
Oh, God. Oh my God, that guy's dead.
Director Gondo, the Korinkai Honcho, not Jarty. It will be a real load of trouble if they apprehend our suspect in there.
Bato, I'm going down.
All right, we got the jams going. Fuck yeah.
You two stay behind and keep those damn pigs busy.
You know people's asses are gonna get kicked when this song comes on. Oh shit. Alright, here we go. Oh, yes. Oh my god, yes. So badass. This is, as far as like action goes in Ghost in the Shell for me, like that is like, that's it right there.
Chief, can you find out how many Korean Kai operations there are in the area? Also, check for visual records.
Why does everybody look so fucking cool? Like just sitting there. All right, we probably go to another vehicle. Jam.
Major, he ditched me. Sorry.
Got it. During the last 5 years, Jardy has been frequently recorded at a service area located along the expressway heading towards the mountains in the outlying district of Nihama, sir.
I pulled some really weird information on that warehouse. Quite a few days were recorded with major spikes in power consumption.
Jarty and Gondo are in there. As soon as Ishikawa gains control of their lines, we'll grab Jarty.
Something seems a little fishy here. What the fuck is this place?
It's all over for me now.
He's still going on. Oh my god. Imagine it just being the first thing Pato sees. I'll open this window and it's just that guy. Sounds like they got interference, maybe, from
So
the structure.
What's been causing the comm interference. Tosa, where are you? Tosa, move in!
Roger.
Oh. He just walked in though. Oh, okay, they're copies.
Where are you? Come in, Major.
She's got her hands full right now. Damn. Oh my god. Ooh. Major's tough, man. It's tough to go hand to hand with her. Oh, another one. Oh god. Man.
Tosa, what the hell's going on? There are 2 Jarties.
What are you talking about, Major? Jardy's in custody. As a matter of fact, I'm looking right at the man.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of established that they've assassinated like 1 million Jardies, right? So but maybe they thought they caught on to like the real one. But I mean, that's what everybody thought when they were trying to off them. So, oh, is that the real one then? This would kind of freak me the fuck out if I just, you know, walking into a warehouse and then I find this.
It's a ghost dubbing device.
Ghost dubbing device.
His walking pattern indicates that both legs are artificial below the knees.
So maybe that's the original guy in the middle, and then they're copying his ghost into different bodies.
I conclude this person is Marcelo Jardy.
I have to admit, it's very impressive he survived 3 replications before dying. He was a real South American stud.
The Korean Kai was probably worried about possible retaliation when Jardy up and died on them. Somehow they managed to keep replicating him without anyone from his homeland noticing.
Yeah, That had to be rough, like losing someone really important, with like no one to succeed him.
Don't know, but I'll take a puppet that keeps the dreams of his people alive over a phony hero. Any old day of the week, pal.
Man, that's crazy. And that's it, right? All right, that was a damn good episode. If I did not say so myself, I had like, you know, that was not anything to do with the Laughing Man, but that's okay. Like, see, that's kind of like what I was talking about earlier. Is or kind of talking about earlier was, you know, not every episode has to do with the Laughing Man, and that's okay. Usually there's like other shows that will like stray from like the main thing, and rarely are they able to get like a side quest or a standalone episode to resonate as well as one that would have to do with the main story. But Ghost in the Shell is one of those shows where they can talk about other things and be just as interesting. In fact, maybe even have an episode that might be better than some of the Laughing Man centric episodes. And this one had some really great action. It's finally some good hand-to-hand combat with the Major, like when she was fighting those other androids that I guess were kind of like escorts with like also programming on knowing how to fight and like protect. They're kind of like security guards in a sense, I guess, in disguise maybe. And you know, with the side function of being able to kick your ass, and that was an awesome fight. And then fighting and Jardy fighting him at the end of it, fighting two of them, you know, one after the other like that. And that's probably that's like the first moment I think that we've seen where like the Major was like kind of like, you know, up against the wall, so to speak, where it actually looked like she struggled for that for a second, because she always seems like kind of not necessarily invincible, but she just always seems like she's more well prepared, or just more, you know, better trained, or just she just seems more superior to most other people in the situation that's in it with her. Like, she just always seems to know how to deal with it. But then that was like that first moment where it looked like she was worried for a second there, you know, so that was kind of cool. So yeah, I think that was a really great episode. I really enjoyed it, and I'm already looking forward to the next one. So, but yeah, guys, thanks again, for coming by and watching this. I do have a Patreon going on right now. It does have full reactions, and it does have clear versions of the episode. You know, if you don't want the whole like watermark in front of everything. So, but yeah, but otherwise, liking it and or following or subscribing, or, you know, whatever, any other way, like all that stuff really helps me out. It's really great. I really want to do more of these. And who knows, if this grows even more, I'll do more episodes per week, things like that, if that opens up for me, and then maybe even do other shows too. So, but for right now, we're on this Ghost in the Shell train, and we're gonna keep going. So thanks again. We'll see you next time.